ADNOC sets the price for shares of its gas business, and Adani Group companies rise 5 to 10%. You're watching The Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Farrage. ADNOC has set the final price for the shares of its gas business IPO at 64 cents per share, taking the total size of the offering to $2.5 billion. It's the largest ever listing on the Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange. The implied market cap is $50 billion. The book-building process generated over $124 billion in orders from institutional and retail investors. ADNOC Gas raised the size of the stake sale to 5% from 4% on keen investor demand. Growth in the UAE non-oil private sector picked up pace in February, marking the strongest upturn since last October. The S&P Global UAE Purchasing Managers Index edged up to 54.3 in February after seeing 12-month low in January. The report shows business expectations strengthened and supply chains performed well. This is despite robust demand from inputs, with lead times improving at the fastest pace in almost 3.5 years. New business, however, rose to the smallest degree since September 2021. Shares of 4 Adani Group companies rose between 5 and 10% today. It comes after GQG Partners pumped $1.87 billion into 4 Adani Group companies. They bought 3.4% of Adani Enterprises for about $662 million, 4.1% of Adani Ports for $640 million, 2.5% of Adani Transmission for $230 million, and 3.5% of Adani Green Energy for $340 million. 7 listed Adani firms had lost $135 billion in market value since January 24th. President Sisi has announced a package of relief measures, including state wage and pension increases, to ease economic pressures in Egypt. It came hours after a hike in petrol prices was enacted. The package includes an increase in the monthly salaries for state workers by between $113 and $227. It also includes a 15% hike in pensions. The tax exemption allowance has been increased to an annual income of $975 from $780. China will likely set one of its lowest growth goals in decades at the annual National People's Congress next week, hit by long-running property woes, a sluggish global economy, and geopolitical tensions. Among the first declarations is expected to be a target for GDP growth over the next 12 months. Last year, the economy expanded just 3%, one of its weakest in decades, and economists predict goals for 2023 will be conservative at 5.3%, also one of the lowest targets in decades. The Food and Drug Administration has rejected a bid from Neuralink to begin human trials. It's a major setback for the ambitious yet controversial human brain chip startup that was founded by Elon Musk in 2016. Musk claims Neuralink's implants are safe enough for insertion into his and children's brains. It seeks to assist neurologically and physically impaired people via its Bluetooth-enabled implants. The chip attracted criticism, though, for the 1,500 animals, including monkeys, that have allegedly died in its experiments. And TikTok is closing in on Netflix when it comes to the amount of time American adults spend scrolling on the platform. An insider intelligence report reveals TikTok users spend more time on the app than YouTube, and they're closing the gap with Netflix. TikTok is proving particularly addictive for U.S. adults in their prime working years, from 25 to 54 years old. They'll spend about 56 minutes per day on TikTok this year, 6 minutes less than the time spent watching Netflix. I'm Ramia Farrage. This is The Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.